everyone, it's Rob, or you may know me as RSB, and you're listening to the official Voice Point Podcast, Episode 1. Every episode, you'll hear the voice of an up-and-coming voice actor, giving you the lowdown on the team and what they're up to before each show. With that said, let's get started. Voice Point is a content-creating resource hub dedicated to all things voice acting. You can find them on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, where they provide voice acting tips, acting challenges, scripts, and more. For the YouTube listeners, you'll find links in the description below. For today's episode, the team will be asking each other questions to give you, the listeners, a chance to know a little more about them. Now, let's get into the show. Sit back and enjoy.
We have all three team members here.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yes.
Hell yeah. I'm Cal.
I'm Sarah.
Oh, and I'm Christopher, the coolest one of the three.
Oh, he totally is.
Ooh.
So for this episode, we thought we'd do a get to know the team episode. So we'll be doing questions.
It's gonna be great. How about I start with a random question?
Yeah.
Let's see which one I can find. And this one is for both of you. Name one thing that you really miss about being a kid. Straight up going in there with the difficult ones.
Okay.
I miss not worrying about bills and student loans.
That's a good one.
As sad as that is.
I mean, bills are annoying, yeah. That is for sure.
Or being really excited about a cartoon. Because I feel like people are a bit judgmental.
I think I have to agree with that.
It was actually the other day, someone said, I really miss Ed, Edd and Eddy. I don't know if you guys know that cartoon.
Yeah, no, I've seen it.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, that takes me back. Like, even though I'm not even that old yet, that takes me back. And I used to be so excited, but now it's just, like, I want to be, but...
What is something you miss from childhood? Other than the cartoons or paying for things?
I don't know, I was generally a quite happy child. I don't know, it was just, Oh, I remember. I miss the feeling, and this is gonna sound really, really stupid, but...
Now, what is it?
I basically miss that moment where, when you're really young, like 6 or 7, and you're going out to play, and your mom's like, please be back before dark, and you're kind of like, but I don't want to, because, it's the dark, that's cool, right? And, but then, but you would come back before dark anyways, because you don't want to piss off your mom. So, I don't know, I really miss that feeling of, shall I or shall I not stay out till dark? That kind of stuff. Like, the really innocent stuff.
Yeah, I know what you mean, the innocent stuff. Especially, I was just thinking of one. When you can just have a friend and you're like, do you want to spend the night? Okay, so let's see. Another question. You guys want to do first impressions when we all first met each other? Or talk about how we all met each other, I guess.
Yeah. You guys can start, because I was the late one here, so...
I suppose me and Cal?
Cal or Kelsey is fine.
We worked together on a project this time last year, I think it was, when we started auditioning for it. And, oh my god, time has completely flown. Here we are today, so that's how we know each other.
Yeah, it was... I can't believe it's been a year.
No, but I actually remember when I was scrolling through Casting Call Club, and I don't know, I think I auditioned for this one part, and Middleton, auditioned as well.
Really?
Yeah, but I remember listening to his audition and going like, what is this guy doing? Like, is he actually serious with this, or like, is this just a big joke to him? And I was kind of like low key judging him, because I didn't actually know if he was being serious.
Middleton in a nutshell.
That's so Middleton.
Yeah, and then I saw your comment, Kelsey, below the audition. Yeah. I don't know. You said something, and I got so curious. I clicked on your profile, and I saw the link to the Discord, and I was like, all right, might as well join it. And then from there, I don't know, that was like 6 months ago by now.
Wow. Yeah, I remember. I remember you came in.
I know, it was kind of crazy, because generally speaking, when I would come into a new Discord, or a new group or something, I would always be like the weirdest one. Like, that's always how I introduce myself as well. Like, I instantly just start with something like, hey, I'm Chris, and I'm the biggest George Clooney fan you'll ever see. Best times. I actually want to hear a question from Sarah. I'm really curious what she is going to ask us.
Oh, so now you put me on the spot because I have nothing prepared. I am totally rubbish at these kind of things. I tend to just wing them, and which is why I always come across as a blabbering idiot. So I'm just going to ask the most generic question that you've probably heard 1,000 times, but what got you into voice acting?
I don't know. It was actually my brother. Kind of growing up, he suggested it a few times, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds fun," but I don't even know how to get into that. But I don't know. I just searched it one day, and I found those two sites, the Behind the Voice Actors and Casting Call Club, and I saw Combined Arms, which was a Star Citizen fan film directed by Tara. I auditioned for that, and I got a role as an extra, as a reporter. It was something very small, but after meeting the cast behind that project, I was like, oh, this is what I want to do. This sounds awesome. So it kind of just kicked off from there.
Cool.
Your story is like a very, like a hero story. Like, you started from, like, not really believing you could do it, and then you got your way in there, and bam, now you're taking on the main roles. It's been quite some time ago since I started voice acting. It was actually because of my ex-girlfriend. Back in the day, I used to be really into Minecraft, just because I was like every other generic kid. and at some point, I don't know, there was this spike in those Minecraft roleplay things, right? They're all set in a high school. They all have the most cliche characters that exist. But yeah, anyway, so I remember like looking at one, and they made this trailer, and the trailer looked amazing. And then I found out that, well, the trailer was made by now my ex-girlfriend. So I auditioned, and I actually got the part. But first, just as like a kind of like the extra thing, like I was just somewhere in the background doing whatever I was supposed to do. But slowly, I grew closer with the girl that became my girlfriend, and like slowly, I just started really getting into it. And then when she broke up with me, I don't know, I kind of left like a 2-month gap. But slowly I started to regain this interest, and then I met this friend of mine, Ash, and she just, I don't know, like right from the start, she decided to, after me asking her a little bit here and there, she decided to start giving me lessons in it. So, and from there I really kept going.
Did either one of you have acting experience? Like even stage acting or drama clubs or...
Unless you count a pantomime.
Yes.
Okay, yes then. I was in a pantomime of Little Red Riding Hood.
Right, awesome.
And I played Simple Simon, the village idiot. Not a lot of acting was involved, I can assure you.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, that was my first foray into treading on the boards, but yeah, it was a long time afterwards that I actually started doing anything voice acting, and I kind of fell into it by accident.
No, I mean, if any previous acting experiences for me, it's just generally extreme emotions. That's just generally what it is. I mean, I actually remember a story of where I had this phase. I was like 8, and I had this phase where in the middle of town, I would start acting like whatever I had seen 5 seconds before that. And it would drive my family absolutely bonkers. Because at some point I saw this guy playing Ronald McDonald from McDonald's. and he was genuinely being a clown. Yeah, I took my own attempt at that.
I bet your family loved that so much.
Yeah.
I was in 2 school plays. I was in Robin Hood. I played like this old woman character, big surprise. And and then I was in this other play called Twinderella.
Wow.
It was basically if Cinderella had a twin brother who also had the exact same story, like parallel to his sisters. It was like it's ridiculous.
Right. I was gonna say, this is gonna be quite weird if like the twin brother went up to the prince and he put his foot into like the little shoe, and he actually fit the shoe.
A twist.
I'm sure there's some very good writers out there that can make it into a nice fan fiction.
You should write that so it becomes a thing.
I am gonna write that down. Maybe that'll become a thing. Twinderella After Dark.
You heard it here first, guys.
Let's see. Do either one of you have an embarrassing or mortifying voice acting experience? Please share it now.
Well, other than being hoodwinked into auditioning for some absolute crap from our infamous person who I will not mention on this podcast, everyone's got crap in their CVs that they're not proud of, but I'm not going to mention specific projects or specific people because that would be rude. And let's just say there have been some things that I am not so proud of in my past, some extremely dodgy accents. Yeah, so yeah, move along.
Okay, so the first one was for that same girl. I was auditioning, and I actually got through the round before that, and then there was the live audition, and I was like, right, I was really prepped. I was like, I knew my lines inside out. I knew, like, if she was asking for improv, I would know exactly what I would do. So I was really, really prepared. And I get into that call, and it's her and two other people, and the first thing I say is, hey, my name is Chris. And literally, that's like the most mortifying thing ever. So, what about you then, Cal? I'm sure you must have had some.
Oh, I had one that I've told Sarah, and I told our friend Sam, who's another voice actor. I don't know if you were there for this, but Middleton and I actually auditioned for, I don't even know what to call it. I don't know what to call it. It was basically like a Christmas special. I'm not going to say the name.
Oh, I remember.
So I auditioned for it, and I was cast for a role, and the director wanted to have an interview over Skype, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, I'm down. But this guy, well, first he tried to call me, and then it didn't go through for whatever reason. And then when it finally did, the first thing he says to me, not even hello, he was like, would you mind telling me what happened just now? I was like, I don't know, it just didn't connect. But this guy, it was mostly his comments, directed toward, voice actors saying, oh, it's not really that hard of a thing to do, or it's not that big of a deal. He's like trying to cast people. I don't know, I'm trying to think of what he said that I was like, oh, I mean, that's not necessarily embarrassing. It was mostly like my first negative experience where this guy was just a jerk.
He really was. I'd considered auditioning for that project as well, and then as soon as you guys started feeding back as to what the guy was like, I was like, oh my goodness, I think I dodged a bullet there.
You did. And I think Sam withdrew his audition too as soon as I mentioned this guy. Ugh.
Alright, well, this is an interesting question. What are you guys' guilty pleasures?
Oh, guilty pleasures. Probably buying too many Japanese anime figures.
That's so awesome.
Oh, no, it's really not. It's so nerdy. I get in so much trouble because I just kind of go, oh yeah, this one's come out. I really want this one. And I have like finished collections, which are just bugging me. So they will get completed at some point and I will get in trouble again. But yeah, that's kind of my guilty pleasure, and I can probably share some pictures on Twitter if anybody's interested. I've just added a load of crap to it too recently because we had a clear out and I forgot I'd got these tiny little, oh, you're going to laugh at me, but I somehow had a bit of a moment and went through a phase of buying tiny little My Little Pony figures that are only like a couple of inches tall, and I've got about 10 or 11 of them, and I'm just like, oh my god, I forgot I'd even bought these. So when we found them, Phil was like, Phil's my other half. He was like, are you going to put them on your nerd cabinet? And I was like, yeah, I will now.
Your nerd cabinet?
My nerd cabinet, yeah. I have a cabinet of nerd.
Oh, I need to see this cabinet.
Take a picture and send you the picture of my latest nerd cabinet.
My guilty pleasure. Well, I thought of two. The first one, and I don't think I've ever even mentioned this to either one of you, but I love shitty reality television. I know it's shitty. I don't think it's great television, but I cannot not watch it. It's bad. I know it's bad, and I can't help it. The other one, I love fan fiction. You both know this one. I read it, I write it, I love it.
And we love your fan fiction. It's just so awesome.
God. I can't help myself. That's like something I don't think I tell a lot of people. I don't even know.
You've just told all of our viewers. Well done. You really have.
I've outed myself.
So what about you, Chris? What is your guilty?
Okay, so this is quite a weird one. It's kind of like a 2-in-1 because they kind of belong together. I have this very weird obsession with brushing my teeth. I love doing it.
Wow.
My dental hygiene is like 20 out of 10 by far, which is great. But at the same time, I have this weird conscious feeling about it because I'm like, oh, well, I mean, did I brush my teeth right? It kind of goes paired with this habit of buying Smints, like the little minty treats and sweets and all that. And I just buy like a shit ton of them, like at least a pack a day.
Dental hygiene for the win. I'm surprised you've still got enamel left.
Yeah.
Or your gums aren't raw. Or are they?
Are your gums raw?
I want to ask, is back to the teeth brushing thing. Is it more like an anxiety thing? Like, I need to do it now?
No, it's more like a thing of, I just love doing it. It's just great.
Oh, I never knew that about you. I feel like I know you much better now. Thank you.
So, yeah, that's mine, alright. Christopher X Toothbrush.
I ship it.
I can just hear the fan fictions rolling in.
This summer, a man and his toothbrush.
Okay, I'm gonna have to ask you yet another generic, boring question. But who are your favourite voice actors?
Oh, I have a very bad answer for this one. Does it count if the voice actor is not only a voice actor, he's also like an actor in real life?
Go for it.
No, that counts.
Tom Hanks by far. Tom
Hanks is wonderful.
Mm-hmm. For both his performance in Toy Story and Polar Express, I love them both.
You know, I've never seen Polar Express.
What?
I'm sorry.
How dare you do this to me?
I'm sorry. Anyway, I interrupted you. Carry on.
That's just mine. Tom Hanks by far. Besides that, maybe I forgot her name. Wait. I have Google to my disposal.
You're not allowed to Google it.
Oh, Ashley Johnson. There you go. Bam.
Mine, let's see. I love Brina Palencia. I also love, you have to know who this is, Christopher Sabat.
Yeah.
Okay, he's the voice of Vegeta, and Yamcha, and Piccolo.
I only know that because of you.
So, anyway, so those are mine.
Well, what about you, Sarah?
I have a few really, really favourite ones. You might have noticed my little nerdgasm the other day when I found out one of my all-time favourite voice actors is going to come
Yes.
to Manchester Comic Con at the end of this month, which I am also going to. The absolutely fantastic Johnny Young Bosch. So I am super, super excited to finally, hopefully, either meet him or at least see him from afar and gaze longingly at him going, oh my god, he's so awesome. But I love Liam O'Brien as well.
Right.
He was Gaara in Naruto.
Yeah.
He's just a fantastic voice actor. I really, really like the guy. He's just super talented. There are thousands I've forgotten the names of, or just...
Now, what do you guys like and dislike about your voices?
I mean, yeah, my voice, best voice, 10 out of 10. No, I don't know. It's, the main thing of my voice is kind of, it's my like and my dislike at the same time. I kind of have this gruffiness to my voice. And on one hand, it kind of helps making my voice more unique, you could say. But on the other hand, it also makes it very recognizable. Like if I've been in one thing and I go for something completely different in the next one, and like there's viewers from the first piece of work watching the second one, then they're like, wait, I know this guy. You're not the character that you're playing right now. You're someone else. I'm like, wow. I tried, but yeah, that's kind of my like and my dislike at the same time.
There's probably a million things I can say that I hate about my voice.
Really? You have a wonderful voice.
Oh, thank you, but I really don't. I think the thing that annoys me most is I always sound really nasally.
I don't
know. That's just kind of my impression of it. I'm probably hearing it weird because everybody always hears their voices slightly differently to how other people say they sound. If that makes any sense at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would change mine to Sarah's.
You can have it. It's all yours. I don't know. You want to have my voice? What annoys you about yours?
Oh. I'm kind of getting the feel for this, but my natural speaking voice is a little deeper. So I'm like, at first I wasn't like really into it, but...
I mean, you kind of have to live with it at this point.
Yeah.
I do not accept your voice.
There's also like what I call the retail voice, or like the ordering salad at a restaurant voice. Can I get a Caesar salad?
That was actually quite spot on.
Yeah, and can I have the dressing on the side, please?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like your telephone voice.
Oh, God.
Hello, Sarah speaking.
Yeah.
Should we close it out then, fam?
Yeah. Let's do it.
I think we should.
All right. So that wraps up our first episode 1 of the official Voice Point podcast. Reminder, I'm Kelsey, or Cal.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm the coolest one, Christopher.
And thank you all for listening. We hope you enjoyed this podcast.
Mm-hmm. And, we'll hope to see you all soon in the next one.